Okay, students, in this video, in this lab lecture, we will be discussing the implementation of binary search. So as you know that in case of a binary search, there is one prior condition that our array must be sorted. That is, it should be either in ascending order or in the descending order. Okay, so we will start with this particular part. In the last videos, or in the last sessions, we have already discussed that how we can insert elements in an array, how we can traverse a particular, traverse all those elements in an array, and we can also display the list of elements that is available in the array part. So in this particular video, we will have that particular list of elements in an array, and from that elements, we will be start searching for a particular element that will be asked by the user. So we will start like this, like I can write like this: implementation of binary search. Okay, so here we can start. Now here we will first include that header file, that is hash include iostream. This is the main file that we require for input output, that is iostream.h, that is hash include ponyo.h. Fine. So these are the main header files that we require here, and after that we will start with the main program, and we can write like this: void main, and here we can take some variables here. So we will be taking some set of variables here, like the first variables will be integer I, comma, that is array 10, and these are the total like array elements. I'm defining the size as 10. There is another variable that is num, and as you know that in binary search we require three types of elements: first element, then we are having last element, and the middle element. So we will be writing like this: first, last, and the middle element. Okay, so this is your middle element that will be available here. Okay, so these are the some of the variables that we are using, and we have defined some of the important variables in this binary search. So as you know that the middle element is important here, okay, last element is important here, and we can have that we need to calculate that middle element, plus we have that first element and the last element. Now let's suppose I include some of the elements, so I can write like this: cout. So first, let's suppose I am directly mentioning the elements. So I can like this: enter any 10 elements. Okay. So I'm just including enter any 10 elements here. And for this, as you know that in order to include all those elements, we require a for loop here, just to insert all those elements in an array. So starting with the 0, so I will be having I less than 10, and last one is I plus plus. Okay, so this is how one by one we will be including all those elements till the 10th elements. So as we are defining only the 10 elements here, so we will be what condition we have are that till 10 we have to include all those elements. Now here I can write like cin. So again, so I can write like this, that is cin So I have to include all those array element here. So like this, that is array I. Okay. So one by one, I will be including all those elements here. Okay. Next thing is that I need to search for that particular element. So I am writing like this: search, cout, enter the element to be searched. Research. Okay. So I will need to enter that particular element to be searched here. So I am defining that particular element with a variable that is num. That is num. Okay. Okay. So we have included that particular element that we want to search with a variable num here. And now what we will do, as you know that we have to define the like first element, the last element, and the middle element. So obviously the first element will be that particular element that will be available at the zeroth position, that will be available at the zero index value. And then we have last equal to 9, that is will be the last element. Okay. Again, first plus last. Okay, so this is the formula that we need to find the middle element. So that is first, the value that is the first index plus the last index divided by 2. Okay, so here what we will do, like we are having while, and we will include this particular loop till my first element will remain less than equal to the last element. Okay, so that means it will traverse all those elements that is available in the loop. So in my case, what I am having total 10 elements over here. So it will be starting from the first element that will be available at the zeroth index, and it will move towards the last element that is available at the ninth position. Okay, so that is first less than equal to the last element, like this. Okay, so this is how we can include this particular, that how we need to traverse this particular element. Now, according to the algorithm, what it says that like uh, so here we need to check that if, so algorithm says that we need to check the middle element first. So first of all, we will see that if array of middle. Okay, so if the array of the middle element is less than the num, what is this num? The num is what? That is the number or the element that we want to search here. Okay, so then we are having first. If this condition will true, array middle means this is the value that we are finding from this middle part. Okay, so we will see that whatever the middle index that value will be having, if the value of that particular middle Okay, so here what will happen? So I will just check that if the element that is available at the middle position is less than num, then what we will do? Then we will include this first as middle, that is middle plus 1. Okay, Otherwise, I will check for another condition here, that is else if array of middle equal to num. Okay, so here we need to print, otherwise it will be else if we will check that if it is equal to num. So we just print that part, that cout the element is element. Let's suppose what is my element here, that is the num element I am having, and it will be found at position, that is middle plus 1. Okay, so that is middle plus 1. Fine, and here we will break this part, that is we will break this particular statement here, and we will move out of this particular statement. Otherwise, else we will check that if last equal to middle minus 1. Okay, so last equal to middle minus 1. So at that case, what will happen? What condition we use? So that means my middle will be greater than the number. Okay, that is the num variable that I have given. So else case will work for that particular case if my middle element will be greater than the number. So here I need to change the last element, so that last element will become middle minus 1. Okay, so I am now moving to the right part of my array, and which is having the greatest number. Okay, so what we have done in the starting part, that we have divided our array into the two parts. One is the lower parts that we are having, and another parts will be the higher values that it will be containing. Okay, so firstly we have checked the lower part, now we are checking to the higher part. So that is last equal to middle minus 1. So now my middle element will become, that is middle equal to last. Now it will become first plus last, and we will again divide it by 2. Okay, so this is the case, right? So one more condition is left, that we can directly check the first and the last element. There could be a situation like our element could be at the first position, or it should be available at the last position. So we can have like this: if first is greater than the last element. So if first is greater than the last element, so we can print like this: cout. So what we will, the number is, the element is, that is the element we are talking about, that is the num, is not found in given array. Okay, so this condition we will check in order to see that if my particular, now there could be situation also like my element is not available in the list. Okay, so at that time what we will do, we will check the two numbers here that is available at the first position and the last position. So if my first position is greater than the last part, then we can have that element is not available in the given array. Otherwise, all the above cases you can see here, we have started from that particular part where my first is less than equal to last. So we have considered all those cases for that particular part. Like either if the middle element is less than num, otherwise if the middle element is equal to num, or my middle element is greater than num. So these were the three conditions that we have already mentioned in the above case. And the last case is that if my element is not available, so that means the value at the first will be greater than the last one. Okay, so this is how we can define this particular binary search. And finally, we are just write anything over here like cout endl just to end this particular program. And here we can just return return from this particular program here. Okay, so let's see that we have once again, like we have just displayed everything here, and here we can include that get ch to just hold on the screen. Okay, so this is I will be save as, so that will be binary, so new dot cpp. Okay, so let's see that if there is any type of error. So okay, so one statement is missing here, so I have to include this particular part, and again I will run this part. Okay, so let's suppose I need to enter the elements here. So 14, 16, 18, 67, and we can have 89. And I can have 90, 91, 92. And one element more that I need to include, like this 96. Okay, so let's suppose I need to find the element 90 here. So it will tell you the position. Okay, so it is telling you the position at 7 where it will be available. Okay, so this is how we can use the concept of this binary search. And this is one of the, we can say that searching algorithm that we may require if we want to search a particular element in an array. So we are using array data structure over here. And in that particular array data structure, we have used the concept of binary search. Okay, so this was all about that binary search part. So I hope you understood the concept for this binary search. Okay, thank you.